12th Science Chapter 10 Haloalkanes and Haloarenes Part 3 Methods of Preparation of Haloalkanes Second Part.
Hello students, I am Madhusina, your chemistry teacher. In this video, we will continue further with various methods of preparation of haloalkanes. Second one, the B part is from alkenes. In this first one, addition of HX means hydrogen halide. In 11th standard you have studied whenever an hydrogen halide is added to alkene, right, it follows Markovnikov's rule. We are having two types of alkenes. Suppose we take symmetrical alkene. Symmetrical alkene means having same number of carbon atoms on both the sides of double bond and treat it with HX. So addition reaction will take place, the bond will break, one of the bond will break, one hydrogen will come here and one halogen will come here, or reverse. So in both the cases, the product obtained is same. So in case of symmetrical alkenes, there is no problem in addition of hydrogen halide. But if you take this one, this is 1 propene, and if I am adding an HX here, there is two possibilities, 1 and 2. Now you see, addition always takes place on both the sides of double bond. So this bond is going to break. One possibility, hydrogen gets added here and halogen here. So I am getting the product as CH3, CH, XCH3. And in another case, I am getting halogen gets added on the first carbon and hydrogen on the second carbon. So I am getting CH2X, CH2, CH3. Name both these products. This is, now to simplify, I am just taking an example of Br. So everywhere Br gets added. Now name this. The name of this compound is 2-bromo-propane, and this compound is named as 1-bromo-propane. Now which is the best method, or which is the product obtained in a good yield? Both these products are showing different chemical properties as well as physical properties. Now which is correct? So the addition of hydrogen halide on unsymmetrical alkene always takes place according to Markovnikov's rule. Spelling of Markovnikov can be different at different places. He was a Russian chemist. Markovnikov rule says that whenever a hydrogen halide is added to unsymmetrical alkene, the most electronegative part of addendum, addendum means adding molecule, the most electronegative part of the addendum always goes to carbon containing lesser number of hydrogen. So here the addition will take place out of these two. Which is having lesser number of hydrogen? This one. So the most electronegative part of the addendum will always go to the carbon containing lesser number of hydrogen. So according to Markovnikov rule, this is the correct product and this is wrong. So whenever unsymmetrical alkene is there, the addition always follows the Markovnikov rule. Now in this, we are having one more rule that is called as anti-Markovnikov's rule, which is also known as Karash effect, or we can also call it as peroxide effect. Now suppose I say that I want this only as the product and I don't want this. Right? Then in that case we have to carry out anti-Markovnikov rule. Same reaction, but if I carry out this reaction in terms of peroxide, say for example benzoyl peroxide, then what is going to happen? Then if you add up peroxide and carry out the reaction, you will be getting this as your product and this will not be obtained, right? That means anti-Markovnikov rule is followed when you are carrying out the reaction in presence of peroxide. Anti-Markovnikov rule says that the most electronegative part of the addendum goes to carbon containing more number of hydrogen atom. Let us see the next type of reaction from alkene only. You take an alkene, add Br2 in presence of carbon tetrachloride. Br2, the bond will break and 1,1 bromine will be added to both the carbons. So I am having CH2Br, CH2Br. You know that bromine is orangish red in color and this is vicinal dihalide, dibromide we can say, which is colorless. So this is an addition reaction and it can be a test for unsaturation. If you want to find out whether there is a presence of double bond in a compound or not, add bromine water in presence of carbon tetrachloride. The product formed will be vicinal dibromide. So this is when you add this, it will turn into orangish red color. But the moment product is formed, we get vicinal dibromide, which is colorless. The next method of preparation of haloalkane is halogen exchange. Two name reactions are involved in this. First one is Finkelstein reaction, which is basically used for preparing iodoalkanes. RX, where X stands for chlorine or bromine, when treated with NaI in presence of dry acetone, exchange of halogen takes place and forms Ri plus NaX. Take an example, chloroethane. When treated with NaI in presence of dry acetone, swapping of halogen takes place and it forms iodoethane and NaCl. Swartz reaction is specifically used for preparing fluoroalkanes. When Rx, where X stands for chloro or bromo compounds, when heated in presence of any of these metal fluorides, results in the formation of fluoroalkane. Take an example, chloroethane when heated with silver fluoride forms fluoroethane plus AgCl.